Welcome to Mr. Thompson's math tutorials. Today we're going to be looking at finding quartiles and interquartile range. Okay, so again we've been studying and looking at sulfur emissions in East Asia in 1950 and 2000. So we looked at the data, we gathered it all, we found the mean of this data, and then in the last video we found the median, and the median of the 1950 set of data was 7.85. So what we want to find now is we want to find our first quartile value and our third quartile value. Remember that the median is the second quartile. And basically what this does is those three lines which divides our data into 4 different quarters. So we know what the median is. Okay, so the median is right here, and it's basically somewhere in between these two numbers. So that divides our data into 2 halves. We've got the upper half and then the lower half. Now, to find the first quartile, what we do, we have to find the middle number in the bottom set of data. Now to do that, we can see that we have 11 pieces of data plus 1 over 2, so that's 12 over 6, which would tell me that 12 over 2, which would tell me that the 6th piece of data up here is going to be our first quartile. So I'm going to find the 6th piece of data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that one right there. Okay, and what that tells me or shows me is that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of data below that, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of data above that. Okay, so our first quartile is 1.7. Remember, our second quartile is the median, so that's 7.85. And our third quartile is going to be found, basically, it's the middle of this set of data right here. So being that there's 11 pieces of data, we can use this same thing right here. It'll be the 6th piece on the upper half here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 32 is our third quartile. Now to find the interquartile range, what we're going to do is we're going to subtract the third quartile, so it's quartile 3 minus quartile 1. Okay, so this is 32 minus 1.7. Okay, so 32 minus 1.7 is going to be 30.3. So our IQR, the interquartile range, is going to be 30.3 for this set of data. Okay, so let's look at the other set of data and do the same sort of thing. So the data from the year 2000, this is again kilotons of sulfur that was emitted. We know that the median was 85.5, so that's halfway between those two. There's still 22 pieces of data. So on this side, there's 11 pieces of data. So our Q1 is going to be the 6th piece of data. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our Q1 will be 16, and let's do the same thing up here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our Q3 is going to be 410. And you can see that this divides our data into 4 chunks. If the dividing line is there, here's one chunk. So this is our first quarter. So this is our first quarter. Let me just erase that real quick. Sorry about that. This whole set right here, I'll show it, I'll underline it in green. That's our first quarter. The second quarter would be what I'm underlining in red. The third quarter would be what I'm underlining in blue. And then the fourth quarter would be what I'm underlining in black. So dividing it in these 3 places gives us 4 quarters. We're dividing our data into 4 quarters. Okay, the interquartile range for this would be 410 minus, so the IQR, be 410 minus 16. So that's going to be 394. All right, thank you for watching.